Hey everybody, Coach Michael here with an Insomnia Insight. I just wanted to share something I've been thinking about a little bit lately, and that is it has to do with the memory eraser from the Men in Black movie. So I don't know if you remember, but in that movie, there's like this pen-like device that they can hold up in front of you, and it flashes a light and your memory goes away. And I'm going to tell you why I'm thinking about that and how it relates to sleep in just a moment here. But first, of course, I just have to show you what I'm talking about on a little image here. That's kind of what I'm talking about. The memory eraser, like you put on your dark sunglasses and then it flashes and then you forget. So, okay, how does that have anything to do with sleep? Okay, I'm going to explain that. Okay, first, one of the big themes we talk about here in the school is that if you really are focused on your sleep during the daytime, you're worried about it, you're concerned, you're thinking about it, you're ruminating about it, it really is a problem because it can cause you to have kind of these negative feelings, which can lead to depressed mood. It can cause kind of like almost like a physical exhaustion kind of feeling when you're trying to figure out sleep. You know, why am I not sleeping well? And oh my gosh, and you start to think it causes all these problems, and you can't do this, you can't do that because you're not sleeping well. All these kinds of negative thoughts are associated with that. So sometimes we like to say, when people dwell on their insomnia, that is the problem because it just perpetuates it, causes those negative feelings during the daytime. I actually looked up the definition of dwell. Part of the definition is this: to live or continue in a given condition or state. So that is important when it comes to sleep because you don't want to live in that condition during the night, which could be frustration, anxiety, these kinds of feelings. Dwelling on that will make a person continue to live in that condition or state. So because we don't have the Men in Black memory eraser, how do you not dwell on something? There's only one thing that you can do, and that is enjoy your day. Enjoying your day to the best degree that you can is the best way to not allow yourself to dwell on the night. So you can't wake up and just suddenly forget the night. That's not possible. You can't just tell yourself forget something. It's not possible. But by engaging in something else, you can erase, but not, you can't erase it, but you can replace it. So you can't erase your memory of your night, really good or bad. You can't forget that, but you can engage in things during the day, independent of how the night went. It's something that you might feel initially isn't possible. A lot of clients of mine will say, I had a poor night. I couldn't do anything during the day, nothing. And there's kind of two things. One is that the person maybe isn't being fully truthful with themselves. They haven't really thought about it. They kind of are in like a conditioned response mode almost, like they've just taught themselves that. They've just convinced themselves of that over time. With insomnia, it's like an ongoing process, a long-term kind of thing. So sometimes those thought patterns can get really, really ingrained, really sticky, like, oh, if I don't sleep X number of hours, I can't do this, that, or anything during the daytime. But by engaging in enjoyable, active things during the day, to whatever degree that's possible, that's your best memory eraser for your night of sleep. That is the Men in Black memory eraser in the best form that we have it. So not dwelling on your night, and doing enjoyable daytime things, that's the way that you can go about your day independent of the night. And good sleepers, they've really detached sleep from wake. They've disengaged, they've disconnected it, I should say. Good sleepers, they don't really give much of a thought at all about their night of sleep in regards to what they're doing during the day. They might admit, oh yeah, I was a little short of sleep last night, but whatever. And they just leave it at that. It's kind of this indifference, kind of a tone in their voice when they talk about their sleep. So they, you want to try to follow the example of good sleepers as much as you can, because, that's that they're in natto. They're in that state of not attached to their sleep at all. And so not dwelling on the night can only be accomplished by having enjoyable, active days. And we're all different, we have different mobility issues and all kinds of things going on. So it's all relative, of course, like I've had clients that were ultra marathon runners, so it's sort of like, it's kind of, it's looking at your day and seeing, like, looking forward, not looking back. We have that hiking analogy we talk about sometimes. You stumble on a little rock and you don't get down on your hands and knees and measure it and take a picture of it and put it on social media and ask all your friends about it. You just kind of shrug and you get on with the rest of your hike. So doing that on a regular basis is really helpful for not allowing yourself to dwell on the night. But that takes some thought work, and that thought work can take a little while. It starts with education and then experience. And the thought work will allow you to get to that place where you don't dwell on the night. You kind of forget about the night. And we hear it as coaches, as sleep coaches, when someone's talking about their sleep, we listen for how accurately are they describing their sleep, and a lot of times, with the client, it'll be, oh, last night, this, and this happened. And the night before, this happened. And then the night before, this other thing. And they have a really pretty clear recollection of their night. So they're kind of dwelling in that existence, that condition. So you talk to a good sleeper and they really don't remember. They might remember a little bit about the previous night, the night before that. What time do they go to bed? I don't know. What time, how many times they wake up? I don't know. They just don't remember. They don't dwell on it. So I just wanted to kind of share that with my silly little analogy there of the Men in Black memory eraser device. And it's a fun movie. I think they made 2 of them. I'm not sure, but they're fun movies. Go check it out. Let me see if we have any questions. I think Neil is on. Hey, Neil. I guess, thanks for being on. I guess you want to say that if you forget you ever had insomnia, you won't have insomnia anymore. Well, yeah, maybe. I mean, to an extent. I think I know what you're saying. I'm not saying this is 100%. You can do it perfectly. That's not human nature. We can't do that. But engaging in daytime activity is the closest thing that we have to being able to not dwell on a night of insomnia. So I guess that's the message I was trying to get across there. And it is a process, though. I think it's important to understand that changing thoughts requires patience. The automatic way is to think about your insomnia. Exactly. It does take patience, and it takes courage too. I'm more and more kind of using that term, to kind of change thinking about something. Insomnia, a night of insomnia is not a pleasant experience. I mean, no one would say that it was pleasant at all. But if you allow yourself to get engaged in things during the day, even simple things. I'm talking like really simple, like go outside for a little bit and maybe just like walk around or anything, really anything. If you're sitting inside and you're just allowing yourself to dwell on the night, that is going to kind of perpetuate the insomnia. So it is an automatic response for a lot of people to focus on the insomnia, but you can change your thinking, right? So that's possible. So, be open, be clear and upfront with your thinking, with your thoughts, write them down, don't run away from them. That's how, you teach your brain that, it just is. A night of insomnia just is. It doesn't have to be something that dominates your thinking during the day. And kind of actively engaging in things during the day is, I think, a really good strategy. So just wanted to share that. Hopefully this was some value to anyone who's listening to this. And let's see. Quick message here from Astro Sheepy. Thanks for chiming in. Can a long-term insufficient amount of sleep and fatigue, like 5 to 6 hours a night, and sometimes less, cause brain damage? Brain damage. I'm not aware of any studies that show anything like that. No. So it's insomnia is something that has never been shown to cause any long-term health condition. It's all short-term. If you want the most extreme example of that, look up the Randy Gardner experiment from the mid-1960s, which was documented to be the longest willful sleep deprivation experiment ever done, and look at how quickly you recovered with no effects at all, no negative effects. So anyways, I just want to leave it at that for a little insight today. And I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. If you have any interest in the school, right here's the website, thesleepcoachschool.com. You can submit questions there. And we'd always love to get questions. We'll answer them multiple times during the week. And we have a great group of students going through right now. So we'd love to have anyone join us as a student looking to sleep better, or as someone who wants to become a sleep coach. We have our coaching certification program as well, and it's all at thesleepcoachschool.com. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.